Deuteronomy 11. Recalling the wonders of the Lord. Lord, love the Lord your God, therefore, and keep his charge, statutes, ordinances, and commandments always. Recall today that it was not your children who have neither known nor seen the discipline of the Lord your God, his greatness, his strong hand, his outstretched arm, the signs and deeds he wrought in the midst of Egypt, and Pharaoh king of Egypt, and all his land. What he did to the Egyptian army and to their horses and chariots, engulfing them in the waters of the Red Sea as they pursued you, so that the Lord destroyed them even to this day. What he did for you in the wilderness until you came to this place, and what he did to the Reubenites, Dathan and Abiram, sons of Eliab, when the earth opened up its mouth and swallowed them up out of the midst of Israel with their families, and tents, and every living thing that belonged to them. But it was you who saw with your own eyes all these great deeds that the Lord has done, the gift of rain. So keep all the commandments I give you today, that you may be strong enough to enter in and take possession of the land that you are crossing over to possess, and that you may have long life on the land which the Lord swore to your ancestors he would give to them and their descendants, a land flowing with milk and honey. And the land you are to enter and possess is not like the land of Egypt from which you have come, where you would sow your seed and then water by hand, as in a vegetable garden. No, the land into which you are crossing to take possession is a land of mountains and valleys that drink in rain from the heavens, a land which the Lord your God looks after. The eyes of the Lord your God are upon it continually throughout the year, from beginning to end. If then you truly listen to my commandments, which I give you today, loving and serving your Lord your God with your whole heart and your whole being, I will give a seasonal rain to your land, the early rain and the late rain, that you may have your grain, wine, and oil and to gather in. And I'll bring forth grass in your field for your animals. Thus you may eat and be satisfied. But be careful lest your heart be so lured away that you serve other gods and bow down to them. For then the anger of the Lord will flare up against you, and he will close up heavens so that no rain will fall, and the soil will not yield its crops, and you will soon perish from the good land the Lord is giving you. Need for fidelity. Therefore take these words of mine into your heart and soul. Bind them on your arms as a sign, and let them be as a pendant on your forehead. Teach them to your children, speaking of them when you are at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up, and write them on your doorposts of your houses and your gates, so that as long as the heavens are above earth, you and your children may live on the land which the Lord swore to your ancestors he would give them. For if you are careful to observe this entire commandment I'm giving you, loving the Lord your God, flowing his ways exactly, and holding fast to him, the Lord will dispossess all the nations before you, and will dispossess nations greater and mightier than yourselves. Every place where you set foot shall be yours, from the wilderness and the Lebanon, from the Euphrates River to the western sea, shall be your territory. None shall stand up against you. The Lord your God will spread the fear and dread of you throughout any land where you set foot, as he promised you. Blessings and curse. See, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing for obeying the commandments of the Lord your God, which I give you today. A curse if you do not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside from the way I command you today to go after other gods whom you do not know. When the Lord your God brings you into the land which you are to enter and possess, then on Mount Gerizim you shall pronounce a blessing. On Mount Ebal, Ebal, a curse. These are beyond the Jordan, on the other side of the western road, in the land of the Canaanites who live in Arabah, opposite Gilgal, besides the oak of Moreh. Now you are about to cross into the Jordan to enter and possess the land which the Lord your God has given you. When therefore you take possession of it and settle there, be careful to observe all the statutes and ordinances that I set before you today,